Welcome to A Time Gone By. In this video, we are going to look back at 5 of the top-selling, most well-known American cars from the 1950s. Please subscribe, like, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach more viewers. The Hudson Hornet is a full-sized automobile that was manufactured by Hudson Motor Car Company of Detroit, Michigan from 1951 until 1954, when Nash Kelvinator and Hudson merged to form American Motors Corporation. Hudson automobiles continued to be marketed under the Hudson brand name through the 1957 model year. Hudson was the first automobile manufacturer to get involved in stock car racing. The Hudson Hornet dominated stock car racing in the early 1950s, when car racers actually raced stock cars. Hudson Hornets were available as a 2-door coupe, 4-door sedan, a convertible, and a pillarless hardtop coupe. The models were priced the same as the Commodore 8, which was priced from $25.43 to $30.99. All Hornets from 1951 through 1953 were powered by Hudson's high-compression straight-six H145 engine. Starting in 1952, an optional twin-H or twin one-barrel carburetor setup was available for an additional cost. The sporty, posh 1953 Buick Skylark was a specialized Detroit car that expressed the unbridled optimism of early 1950s America. The 1953 Buick Skylark was a limited production convertible and was the centerpiece of Buick's 50th anniversary. The Skylark came with standard equipment beyond anything previously offered by Buick. Based on the premium series Buick Roadmaster chassis, the Skylark had a look all of its own. The Kelsey Hayes 40-spoke chrome wheels are acknowledged by collectors as among the most beautiful wheels to ever grace a production car. It had an engine capable of producing up to 180 horsepower and reaching speeds of about 90 miles per hour when cruising down the highway. This car weighed about 4,400 pounds and had a fuel tank that could hold up to 30 gallons of gas. The base price was $4,956. 1955 was a landmark year for Chevrolet. They were finally able to provide a bold response to Ford in the performance battle for the first time in 35 years. Chevrolet's 265 cubic inch turbo-fire V8 1955 Bel Air was a model of efficiency and ambitious styling. As the second generation of Bel Airs, this Chevy came with a few different changes from the previous model years. One being the 2-speed electric windshield wipers. The 55 Bel Air also had an optional V-shaped chrome grille, which wouldn't become standard until 1959, along with many other minor changes from first-generation models. The 1955 Bel Air was initially introduced as a faster, sleeker, and more modern model over the previous ones. It featured an all-new design that would eventually become Chevy's hallmark in years to come. The car featured a new wraparound windshield, and the base model weighed about 3,150 pounds. There's no doubt that the 55 Bel Air transformed into one of the most recognizable American cars of all time. The 50s was a time of great innovation for the auto industry, and the 1957 Ford Thunderbird is a great example of this. Ford had greatly improved the design over its predecessor, and it cost only about $200 more than other cars on the market at that time. As a result, the 57 Thunderbird quickly became one of the most popular cars of the decade. Ford upgraded the engine to a 312 cubic inch Y-block V-type that could produce around 250 horsepower, giving it enough power to hit 60 miles per hour in under 11 seconds. It also featured very different styling from other cars, with its sharp angles and tail fins, which would later become standard for the years after the first model year of the Thunderbird. This luxury sports car cost over $4,000 when it was initially released in the 50s, but its popularity made prices drop to around $3,400 later. The car weighed about 3,850 pounds and had a 12-gallon gas tank. The 1959 Cadillac Coupe de Ville was initially named the Series 62 when it first came out in 1949, but it changed to Coupe de Ville after a few years. Since then, the Coupe de Ville has been called one of the most beautiful cars ever made and is often the go-to vehicle people imagine when thinking of the era. The de Ville had a 325 horsepower, 6.4-liter engine, plus script nameplates situated on the rear fender. It came standard with power steering, power brakes, backup lamps, an automatic transmission, wheel discs, windshield wipers with 2 speeds, an exterior driver's side mirror, power windows, 2-way power seats, and a vanity mirror. It weighed just over 5,000 pounds, but its engine gave it an impressive fuel economy of 19 miles per gallon at its peak. The Coupe de Ville features the popular tail fins that were very common with other cars of that era.